So we just picked up our new set of feeder lambs this morning. We need to get them unloaded down here at the bank barn, but first we got to drop some barn lime and set up their pen. So we got the ag lime down. This floor is concrete, and this allows a good layer of drainage between the concrete and the beginning of the straw pack there for the sheep. It really helps them out in keeping their bedding dry. We'll still have to add a bale or two minimum of straw every 3 or 4 days probably, just to keep them in dry, clean conditions. But this ag lime really helps, we found. Only got one fence line feeder set up right now because in a week from today we'll be taking the set of feeder lambs from our house to the processor. So we'll be bringing that over and setting it up, so then there'll be 2 feeders set up for them as they're getting bigger. Since there'll be 8 lambs, there'll be 2 square feet then, or 2 linear feet per lamb at the feeder space, and that'll work out better for us. So we got straw down here in their bedding area. We got their alleyway set up. We'll go ahead and run them off the trailer, get them here in the pen, get them closed up, and just kind of watch them, see how they start acting, give them some feed, and put in their water buckets. Nope. Come on now. In there. So we're able to get everybody here into this pen. We had to use some of the corral panels we had here, these gates, for the cows for them because we've run out of small green gates. And at the current cost of wood, I can't justify building gates, and it's hard to find the right size green gates like we have at the other barn because the guy that supplies us with them had been having a hard time getting them from the factory. So these lambs get full size gates. So they got a pen in here. It's 10 by 20. For 8 lambs, so that should be plenty of room for them to grow into. And we'll be adding another feeder here in 7 days on this one wall, so I'll have plenty of room to eat as they grow into it. Right now I think the average weight of these was like
90 pounds.
So there'll be plenty of room for them. They'll get along. We'll give them a couple hours in here to relax, and I'll be back over here tonight to check on them, top off their water, and give them an evening feeding. Well, it's just about nighttime. These lambs been in the pen about 8 hours now, so I'm going to go ahead and close up the barn. Just wanted to check on them, get them some feed, see how they're acting. When I walked in, they were all laying down up front, a little skittish. I can tell they've eaten the grain that we gave them earlier, gotten into their hay. They seem to be adapting well. It's to be expected. They're in a new environment right now, but it's the same type of feed that they were used to before. It comes from the same feed mill, so we're pretty happy about that, knowing that they'll transition to the feed really well. These lambs will only be here for about 60 days, I believe, 50 to 60 days. We'll be taking 2 groups of them, one group of 4, to the processor on like a week apart. One nice thing is we don't have to weigh these lambs because the farmer that we picked them up from, he weighs them all before we show up when we buy them, so we know the weights of them all. So that way we'll go from there, and we'll check them if we have any worries, just to kind of see how they're growing. But everything looks good. Should grow out just fine. But with us going into our busy time, just with the farmers market season kicking off, this was our first outdoor market of the year. This weekend we'll be picking up a lot more lambs. We got lambs to take to the processor. We'll have new lambs coming in. We just started the weaning process on the other set of lambs about a week ago. Been documenting that. Just got a lot going on. We'll be pretty busy here this summer. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. Thanks for watching.